We are now back into the full swing of things. It's not unusual for old movies to have their age ratings reassigned. These companies make it their prerogative to reassign age ratings for all sorts of things, even for things that people would not even consider would be a thing to change an age rating for, or perhaps would not even notice or would have understood in today's language. Mary Poppins was a good example of that. Here in the UK, Mary Poppins recently had its age rating changed for another theatrical release from Universal to parental guidance for the use of discriminatory language. It would appear that it's not going to stop, it's only going to carry on. More recently, West Side Story had its age rating changed as well for several reasons, one of which is considered transphobic. Hello and welcome back to Chat About It, Don't Shout About It with me, Rachel, the Queen of the Woke, as crowned by one of my haters.
I crown you Queen of the Woke!
Let's chat about it. Before I get started, please do let me know what you think about changing the age ratings on old movies in the comments section below. Yes, I never thought I would ever report on anything like this, but here we are in 2026, a new year, and we are still dealing with the madness that is happening within our entertainment. The 1961 movie has had its age rating changed from PG, parental guidance, to a 12. This article that I've got comes from Screen Mag. However, the original comes from the Telegraph, but it is behind a paywall and I couldn't access it. West Side Story reclassified over sexist and transphobic language. The British Board of Film Classification has reclassified 1961 musical West Side Story, raising its home entertainment rating from PG to 12. The decision comes after a review of language and themes now considered inappropriate for younger audiences. The BBFC highlighted occasional sexist and transphobic remarks among its concerns, particularly dialogue directed at the character Anybody's, who is told to go wear a skirt. A comment deemed transphobic under modern standards. The film also contains discriminatory language, racial slurs, moderate violence, and references to sexual threat. It goes on to say, despite these issues, the BBFC noted that the film delivers a strong condemnatory message against prejudice and violence. The reclassification follows previous PG ratings upheld since 1986, marking the first significant change in nearly 4 decades. On its official classification page, the BBFC highlighted the presence of moderate violence, discrimination, and sexual threat, and employed strong language and pointed out scenes involving teenagers mock and misgender a person who is implied to be a trans man. If you have not seen West Side Story, it is a retelling of Romeo and Juliet. All of those things, as mentioned, are the reason for the change in the age rating do appear in the stage version in the film and the original Shakespeare text. It's pretty much consistent throughout, the exception being transphobia. The character Anybody's is based on Balthasar, who is the servant of Romeo. She is a tomboy, and that's all she's ever been. She is told to go wear a skirt, but that doesn't make it transphobic. And the movie also holds a 1950s historical context. In the most recent adaptation, she is played by a non-binary woman, but that doesn't make her trans either. Non-binary, if you are going by the definition, isn't transsexual, nor do non-binary people have gender dysphoria. They just don't conform, again by definition, to a binary, whereas trans men and trans women do. Tomboys, funny enough, also do as well, and it's not boys. I was a tomboy. Hi, tomboy, former tomboy here, retired tomboy, and I never saw anybody's as anything but that, a tomboy. These companies bang on about representation, but the representation for the tomboys has gone because these children, these young women who are just hanging out with the lads must be trans because they don't conform to their gender norms. Anybody's is not a trans man. She was not implied to be a trans man either. At least I don't recall that happening. She is a biological female who preferred to wear clothes that she was more comfortable in and hang around with men. That to me is not a definition of a trans man, that is a definition of a straight up tomboy. Why does why do all these old entertainment movies these days have to be seen as something that it was not? And it happens in TV as well, and even our stage plays and musicals. How many people believe that anybody's is actually trans? It's crazy to think that they are still to this day trying to find reasons to ban something or to let us know that the way that people thought, I don't know what, 50 odd years ago or even ever 500 years ago, Shakespeare's time, how they thought it's now all officially derogatory and offensive. They forget historical context does matter, even in entertainment. If you start to change that, then what else are you going to change in the future? Well, that's what I think, though. Let me know what you think. Chat about it, don't shout about it. So I don't normally get that bit wrong. Check out some other content I have picked out for you. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you tomorrow at 4 p.m. Bye bye. Thank you for watching today. Don't forget you can join me on my other platforms as well. I've got YouTube, Rumble, Spotify, X, TikTok, Instagram, Locals, Substack, and I also have a Discord. Everything is linked below.